Good Sunday morning, and wow, what a weekend! I'm like, geez, that was it was something. But hey, this is the show previews for the Chateau de Mars Hill Studio Network, and I'm sure there's going to be some good shows coming up this week because just got done with the big old Indiana GOP convention up in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and boy, was it a humdinger, all sorts of craziness, and I got to speak at a couple of committees and yeah, I talked to a lot of people, and I'll tell you what, folks, a lot of folks are watching witty reviews and the mouthwash and the rinse. I got a lot of good feedback. Got to meet some of our viewers and our fans. It was a good time, and a lot of those folks are delegates. come to find out, and hey, we have some new followers just because of our activity at that convention. But hey, I'm back and we're good. It's like today's Father's Day, so first of all, happy Father's Day. I got 4 kids, so I'm like in the game. So we're just really sort of chilling. There'll be no church peer review today because I am taking the church day off. So for all those people that don't go to church, hey, I'm honoring you today. so, uh, but yeah, so we won't have the church peer review, but we do have the rinse coming up, and that is with Brad Swinski, and it's the Father's Day edition. So I don't. Hopefully they'll talk about stuff about fathers. Drew Weingarten will be coming live from Florida because he's on his summer break down in Florida, Ormond Beach. He's down there, so he's going to be hopefully not having any technical difficulties being so far away. But hey, as you know, with StreamYard here, we can get anybody from anywhere to come on quite easily as long as the technology holds up. So we have that, and then we have Witty reviews. Witty was at the GOP convention, and no, he didn't get kicked out. He was a good little boy, stayed back and sort of watched all the happenings. So I'm sure that he'll be covering a lot of that stuff. But he got to see the sausage being made, and I really got to see I really have I have some analysis that I'll be doing later on our Hoosier Freedom Caucus group. I'll be giving out my analysis of the autopsy of this event that we had this weekend. And if you followed me on any of that other stuff, my predictions, I was almost spot on with the first vote. But the second one, it went a little bit different than I expected it to go. So anyway, we'll be talking about that coming up. And on our show, Mouthwash, that's right now I'm looking to get Ethan Hatcher on as a guest because he was a delegate. And I don't know if he drove all the way to Fort Wayne and then found out he wasn't a delegate or how he found out. But apparently he did not know that you had to pay your fee on a certain date, which is really pretty close after. I think it's maybe 7 or 10 days after you get elected. He was an elected delegate here in Marion County. You have to pay that fee. If you don't pay the fee, they drop you, and then they put in one of their establishment goons in his place. So that's what happens to that. So I want to get him on and get his take on this because a lot of times it's vague. When you got a club and you ain't in it, there's a lot of rules that you have to be privy of, or you will not have even access to the club. So that we're going to try to get him on. If not, we are going to talk about. We're going to have a panel discussion about the convention, most likely, because Tiffany was there. She's a delegate, and I'm sure that now that everything's over with, we can talk about all of that stuff. But we'll more than likely have a guest on, whether it's Ethan Hatcher or somebody. I'll probably dig somebody up, but I have not had time to do so. But anyway, let's get to some other items of business. So. What was very interesting that I found out on Friday when I'm at the convention is that I fear not aware, but Abdul Shakim Habas has been suing me for defamation for about a year now. He said that I made a comment the comment I made a comment on Facebook was, I don't know how that effing drunk passed the bar. And I said after 3 attempts. So apparently that was that was terrible. It's defamation. It's all that. Well, folks, Thursday night about 8:00, this order came down. I'll put it up here. This came down. So I did a frivolous lawsuit. Anti-SLAPP is basically a frivolous lawsuit. It stops frivolous lawsuits. So we filed that, and then that motion was granted. Geez, there's on the 18th of 18th of June, right? The day before the convention, huh? I don't know if that's a convenient coincidence or not, but I'll tell you that the judge in this case also was the David Waters case. So let's go over the 3 losses that he's had. This is in Jeremiah TV-Baugh's case up in Howard County, and he tried to sue Hoss TV-Baugh and Jeremiah TV-Baugh, and he lost. He lost his slap case. So you would think after losing one, you would drop this thing, because when he loses this case, he's required to pay Jeremiah's attorney fees, which are quite substantial. And not only that, Jeremiah filed a defamation case against Abdul, which is still standing, and now Abdul has no case. So he's gone from being someone who was suing to being a defendant all in one motion. So that goes on to this one. So, okay, now we have another, April 2nd. Another anti-slap case granted. And so how you'd think after 2, you would drop these cases or try to work something out, but no. And here we go. The 3rd time's a charm. He lost that. And what's really ironic about this thing is that he had filed an anti-slap case against for a client up in Madison County against a plaintiff, plaintiff, and he lost that. So now he's got 3 losses anti-slap against him, and 1 loss where he tried to do it. So you'd think at some point maybe he should stick to the radio or something, because as I say, if they tell you stink as an attorney, don't go out and prove it on the daily. So these last 2 losses have been 2 in 1 week. So anyway, that is it's sad. So it's cost me money, and I'm supposed to get my attorney fees back from him. But you know what? I don't care. He could just give us indie politics or something, because for some reason he thinks that he can just keep appealing and he keeps running up our attorney bills. But he's going to have a rude awakening when he has to pay all this, because I think it's around $100,000 now that he's going to have to pay. And he's going to keep trying to appeal and weasel out of it. But we're not Gabe Whitley. None of us are. And he has made a huge mistake in his attorney career. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I'll be doing some analysis on what I saw this weekend. I just very disappointed in what happened. And I was able to see through a lot of this stuff. And I'm going to write some stuff down. I'm going to do some stuff. We're going to talk about it, but there's a lot of nuances here and a lot of correlation between the Marion County GOP chairman race that I was in and this. Very similar. Same players, same everything. You'll be amazed to see what I've uncovered with how they do this and how they basically manipulate an entire party to vote a certain way. And if you think that this is a delegate-driven process, wait till you hear my analysis on all of this, and I'll break down my predictions and why they went wrong. So, and what were the factors that I did not see at the time, but I did see this weekend. So, there's a lot to do there. So anyway, the shows. We're going to have the rinse tonight at 7:30. We'll see if Brad can get online down in Florida. That'll be fun. They're going to talk about Father's Day stuff. So I think Mark Small possibly will be on there as well. I know that he's not on the marquee, but I think he's a regular guest. And then we'll have Woody Reviews on Thursday. I can't wait for this, because I got a feeling he was telling me about some of the memes that he was going to do on Abdul. And I'm like, dude, he's ruthless. So just stay tuned for that, because I know that he's it's amazing how many people I would say that Abdul lost his case to me, and how many people were just thrilled that he lost. So I think his days are even more numbered here in Indianapolis, and he needs to stay in his lane. I think, honestly, Abdul's a good political analyzer. But if he thinks he's a kingmaker, or if he thinks he can destroy somebody with his media, he's got another thing coming. As Judas Priest would say, you got another thing coming. and because we're going to put him out of that business, and he's going to be broke by the time he gets done having to pay all these legal fees. And I'll just be interested to see how he's going to try to weasel. So that being said, stay tuned. We got a lot to talk about. Watch our shows. We are building a network here, the 3 shows, and heck, you never know. We may be adding a 4th show to the Chateau de Mars Hill Studio Network. And let's see, here we go. Got a good ending here, and I'm back up in Indy, but I'll be back in Florida soon, and I'll have an announcement on where my political position is going to be in the future here as I get it done. So you all, let's see. I got some comments here. Let me go through the comments here and see what's up. Oh, we got Spiro. Oh, happy Father's Day, Spiro. All right, that's good. That's good. So we got. Let's see what we got here. It's time for losers pay legislation in Indiana nationally. Well, I agree with that, and I think that that would be something that would be definitely would slow down the courts, because this has clogged up the courts so much that it's ridiculous. We have an overload now. I heard in Marion County there was one judge that had 38,000 cases that had not been solved. So, I mean, that's just, you just keep pushing delete on your email when that happens. I don't know how you dig your way out of that. So, oh yeah, hey, there you go. Another fan of the show. Have a great day and a Father's Day. Yeah, I have one daughter that's already wished me happy Father's Day. That's good. So we're going to do that. Yeah, that's another reason not going to church. Going to be trying to kick back and relax and do all that stuff. So y'all stay in there, stay in the fight, and stay tuned for what my next move is and what we're going to do and all that. So I thank everybody for watching and tuning in, and we just keep getting more followers and more viewers on the daily. So we're just going to keep doing our thing, right? So everybody have a great Sunday. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. We got one day. Everybody else gets weeks and months and whatever. We get a day, but that's okay. I don't care. I need new underwear anyway and socks. So that's good. So, all right, everybody, peace out. Catch our shows, 7:30 night, The Rinse, 8 o'clock Witty Reviews on Tuesday live, and Mouthwash, the granddaddy of them all, at 9 p.m. on this Tuesday. Let's go.